And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Alien Spaceship stream. You can be watching from anywhere around the country or the world. And I really appreciate every single one of you coming to you from the Spaceship Studios from a galaxy far, far away. All right. Good evening, Aaron. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. All right. And I'm going to go this other way so people could see me. All right. All right. So, hello, everybody. Is I Alien Spaceship? I hope everybody's been having a good day, good evening. And we're about to get into the pirate game. The and the Paul and the Pahal trial was a guilty verdict, and that was quite interesting to see. What trial are we watching tonight? Aaron, recently we've been watching Darrell Brooks. That's the one we've been focusing on recently. So that'll be the one that we'll be looking at tonight. Now, if you have a request for anything specific, I'll play it. All right. This is the game. And pulling it up. Let's go here. And play. All right. Yeah, so we'll be and yeah, and G has been watching some of the she's been enjoying it too. Aaron, how are you doing? I hope you've been doing okay. All right. And yeah, here's the sleepy pirate that I have. He he likes to do little brawls and fights with different characters, like so. Okay, and going this way, taking some gold. All right, and going out into the sea. We're gonna try this ship right here. This one, the very small one that I've been trying recently, has been quite working quite well for its small size. Okay. Oh, you're in the gym listening in. That's good, Lori. That's good. All right. All right. Aaron says, "Doing good, alien. I'm officially donated my dog's bed, etc. tomorrow to the Humane Society. Told my husband, good chance I'm coming home with more dogs." Oh, yeah. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear about. And Lori, good day to you. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. So today in the Pa in the Paal trial, that's how it's pronounced. It was a guilty verdict, and that's what we thought. That's what many of us thought, except a few. And there was this, and G was there. I'm glad that she was able to make commentary about it. Now, and there was an incident today where, yeah, G and Caravel were, and I was kind of like watching. They were debating truth about the verdict. You know, not about the verdict, about the if the person's guilty or not. Truth has a right to his opinion. He thought that the person was not guilty, and then what occurred was, oh, I hope you find some sweet dogs. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to her and her dogs. So what happened next was, G was making her points about that why the person she thought was guilty, obviously, yeah, yeah, that one. And she was telling, Truth. She was telling Truth that the person obviously was guilty because of these different circumstances, and he was neglectful by not showing where the body was. I mean, not showing the body was by not reporting her missing. So, what occurred next is Truth was getting a little bit heated, in my opinion. He was explaining that in the court system, with the certain evidence that was presented, he thought it was not guilty, but G was like, it's a right to have people say it's the right thing to do because he obviously did it. Even in a court, you could twist it around to make it look like he's not guilty. He still, did it. And he said how she doesn't know anything like about the trial because she wasn't there. But we've been filling G in, and I thought it wasn't exactly the nicest way he could have said that. And he was saying that he was not, G was not in her life. He doesn't know exactly what happened to the victim. And I told him that, we were filling her in. She knows what's going on, and she has a right to, what she has to say. And I told him this. I said that you weren't in her life either. You don't know, what happened. And he said, I've been at the trial the whole time, and you know better than that. And I told him like a little pun, like a comeback pun, that something like, you are better than a scary cat, as like a pun. Because I felt he was being a little bit snippy, and I just wanted to tell him that type of comeback as something light. And then he got triggered and was telling everybody that that people don't get triggered when someone has a different opinion. And then he was saying on and on about how I attacked him and I was being rude to him, etc., etc. And then people were trying to calm him down and give him a hug. And G was saying, Alien's such a nice, cool person. Like, what's the problem here? And everything's on the chats at Law and Crime. Like, I would certainly, so y'all could see whatever was said. And yeah, debates can get heated, and emotions can be high. And I have nothing against him personally, but yeah, that was something that occurred today, and so there was a little bit of a disagreement between Truth and myself. But yeah, I didn't mean any offense, and I don't think I said anything bad to him. But, I also want my friends to have their opinions and not feel they're being, not unheard, right? So that was some drama that happened today, and hopefully we could all get along and it can slide. Yeah, and Aaron said, oh damn, to be fair, his name is Truth Hurts. I'd expect bluntness, but G is our queen bee. Can't mess with our queen. Yeah. And Aaron said, oh no, I hope it can be smooth over. Yes. Now, and then another thing that happened was when G came back, we were telling, she was telling him that, it was guilty. Yeah, scared. We were telling him that it was guilty, and I then was saying to him that, it's guilty, and I thought it was funny what G was saying, and then it said he was ranting, like, at the end, like, I was mean to him, this, that, and the other thing, and yeah, as I said, that is what occurred, and everything is on their Law and Crime chats, right? That I did not talk to him after G was there, and we were talking about it. Yeah, so that is what occurred. It was some drama today. It was some drama, and the other ones were trying to de-escalate the situation, and yeah, so that is the interesting day that I had. But I respect everybody's opinion. Everyone has a right to their opinion. But, if I will certainly say what I, think about the trials and whatnot. I hope everything will be smoothed out too, Aaron. And whatever happens, hopefully we could have peace in the chat. Yeah. Aaron said, shoot, hope he was just having a bad day and moves on. Yes. And as I said, I didn't mean any offense by anything that I said. It was not intended to be, offensive. And, but debates can be heated. None of us are perfect. And we're all just learning. And, yeah, I hope we could all get along, because we've all been together for quite a while. But, yeah, I want G to be respected, and I want, Carol to be respected, too. So, yeah, it was a Intriguing day, indeed. Sure, hope you're just having a bad day and get moves on. Right, right. Alien, you are great on chats. You are kind, strong, and confident. Well, thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Oh, hello, Tom. Good to see you, buddy. Tom says he was taking disagreement way too personally. Oh, thank you, Tom. Tom was there. Oh, I tripped standing up straight, so you're winning. Okay, Aaron. Yes. All right. And the rest of the time, I didn't even talk to him. I was just like looking at the different chat rooms. Yes, witness number one. Facts. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you. Yeah, and it's the guy was creepy and he was abusive to the victim, and I just think it's really disturbing anybody that like wants to defend a person like that, and then overreacts and acts like a psycho when someone disagrees with them and says a witty pun back when they try to take a shot at them. Like at the Depp trial, yeah, that happened all the time. Like people were witty when people were being smart. Honestly, I've seen the craziest fights sometimes. Yeah, yeah. Anything anyone said to him only made him angrier. Right, right. I meant no offense. You know, we all agree to disagree. No one's perfect. You know, as I said, I just was wanting to defend my friends. I want to defend G, and want everybody to be able to say what they thought. You know, because G, no, she's very smart. All right, and she shouldn't be told that she doesn't know what a trial is about. That's she. It's. I just felt that was rude, but I said something like, you know, something like. Lori said, "Can you even imagine if someone sided with Darrell Brooks?" Oh, and guess what, Lori? This is the same lawyer. This is the same district attorney is doing the trial that we're watching. So it's the same place that Darrell Brooks had. But yeah, I know, right? Exactly. And Tom says, usually I tried to reason with people, but I could see there was no point. Right. 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 Some people agree to resolve. And y'all know me in the chats all the time. I don't cause trouble with nobody. I don't do anything wrong to anybody. All right. I do nothing wrong. To, you know, we all just have to respect each other's opinions. Right. Tom, we know when to walk away. Some people aren't there to resolve. Right. Right. And I could, as I said, some people it just depends on the situation. Where, right, some people don't are not going to be reasoned with. Right. Yeah, and Lori says you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Right. And what I did, it was to defend my friends. Was my reasoning. And I appreciate any kind of commentary or thoughts about this. All welcomed. Yes, so Joyce was there. I don't know what parts she saw or didn't see. She was thinking that the fighting was unnecessary, and as said, Truth was, you know, saying like he was the one that was wronged, stuff like that. And Oki was saying she didn't really care enough about the fight about it, and they were trying to give Truth a hug to try to get him to calm down, and just, you know, to ease the tensions. And as I said, I said what I said, which was something mild, because I wanted to defend my friends, and they're very important to me. But of course, people could say what they think about it. Right? Yes, yes, she is. So, and that is my point about what happened today. So we'll see in chat tomorrow. It will be quite interesting. Whatever trial that they're on. And as I said, all of the chats are in Law and Crimes chat room that people could go back and look at what I said. I'm not hiding anything. Right. I'm scared. Yeah, so now we got a song worm stuck in people's heads. Song worm stuck in people's heads. Yep. I'm scared. Yeah, so I'm glad that was guilty. And then in the other trial is the Texas trial where they have the teen murder trial. The teen couple that did this murder. They one's being tried one at a time. I think that one's guilty. Obviously, it was terrible that they shot the grandmother. Indeed. Tom said it took the jury an hour. That should tell him something, but he is free to his opinion. Yeah, exactly. I agree. He has a right to his opinion. Indeed. So, and that is the two trials that I am aware of, and they have the one in Texas that is on that we'll be observing. Yeah, Miss MJ's Billie Jean. Oh yeah. Hello, Joyce. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Uh, I shout to you. Yeah, the conversation. Yeah, I was telling about the situation today. All right. Pool's mermaid said, "Hey, so we went to we event and a Karen attacked me for holding my sign up." Oh, okay. Yeah, holding your sign. Oh, that is unfortunate. Those Karens are just have nothing. Those Karens are so cringe, so cringe. Well, Aaron, I'm glad you. I mean, Pools, mermaid, Miranda. I'm glad you held your sign up and made your stance. And yeah, WWE. Yeah, okay. Just stopping to spill the tea. I feel terrible. Still have to get appointment tomorrow. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's prayers for you and your safety, everything, and your health. All right. All right. That ship will sink in a couple of minutes, and we're gonna go this way. Oh, now we're gonna be firing at this ship. Okay, good. We're taking them out. Aaron, I'm staying in all the time. House never went. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for updating us, Miranda, about what occurred. All right. Oh, you didn't even want to go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Not so much truth was wrong, but I do feel conversation or debate got twisted because it didn't seem like it was a debate. I think the future maybe use different wording. Okay, Joyce, thank you for your take on the matter. Thank you. And also, Lori says, Miranda, just lay the smack down on the Karen. Right. Right. Yeah, and Miranda certainly would be good at the WWE SmackDown, definitely. Okay, now we're going to be going here. And Joy said, I have to be honest, Alien. There's been a time you avoid confrontation, but now you are standing up. It was different for truth than he expected. Right. And I hear what you're saying, Joyce, and I appreciate what you have to say. Thank you for your advice. I just didn't think that what I said was too serious, and I didn't like G being, you know, told that you're being disrespected like that. So I simply was saying that when he was, coming at me with the idea of that she didn't have to, that she wasn't at the trial. She doesn't know what she's talking about, and we're telling him that she was there, that she knows about the trial. And I said, he wasn't in her life either. And then he said, but I hear what you're saying. I accept it. All right. And he was saying that I've been in the trial, alien. Better than that. And I said, you are better than a scary cat. That's all I said. It wasn't anything too bad. But Joyce, I do hear you, and it's good to de-escalate things if possible. Now, I do like to defend my friends at the same time. And you are not doing anything wrong, Joyce. I appreciate constructive criticism if I do something wrong. I just, when I have my friends attacked, I get, I want to make sure that respectfully, especially when our mutual friends, that everything is done in an okay manner where they feel everyone's defended. And I said, I didn't curse at him. I didn't tell him that he's diarrhea and all these other things I could have said. I told him something very mild, which I don't think he's that. I just said that, I could have said something worse. All right. But I see what you're saying. It's good to de-escalate and to not start a fight. But as I said, I've always been protective of my friends in that chat since the beginning. But thank you, Joyce. In other situations, I will remember what you said in your advice. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Joyce. Not siding with anyone wrong, but I think it could have been avoided, in my opinion. And don't worry, I made Judy mad because I stood up for DSauce, so we all got it today. Okay, thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Joyce. And as I said, I'm a young person. I'm learning, and I appreciate constructive criticism when it's brought to me. Thank you. All right. So today was just a wild day for everybody. It was wild indeed. And I said, hopefully we could all get along and ease the tensions. Hello, Moki. Good to see you. Good to see you. It was a wild spaceship day, indeed. All right. So, firing at these ships. Lori said, maybe I should check out LC. I'm due for a verbal spanking. All right. Okay, Joyce, thank you. Thank you for your advice. All right. Shout out the chat. I appreciate everybody. Alien needs to sit in the naughty chair, in the corner. Scared. All right. So, taking out these ships. Okay, the Iron Wall. So we're gonna see with this little tiny dingy ship. I'm taking out these bigger ships. Quite insane. And we'll be watching some trial scenes as we're going to do a little bit. Yeah, and yeah, I watched some of the pastor trial today, and yeah, same thing with the guilty. Same thing with guilty. Another guilty situation. They're playing these scenes of his personal diary videos, and that was really, the dude was just really interesting to watch. That one, the pastor. That one was at another channel. It wasn't at the main one, but there was no chat. It was nice seeing Kadada today at LC. She's usually at CTV. Okay. All right, and I'm going to be the naughty one and try to take out more of these ships. All right. Okay. I don't know if there's any. It looks like they dropped the 6-year-old trial, the 6-year-old murder trial. Looks like they dropped that one. So now it's just the Texas teen trial. Okay, and I'll take out more of these ships right here. The moon rose full. I like the full moon. I watched it last night, and then I saw the cute cats, hanging out with them for a little bit. Okay. Mary Toodles, my grandpa, are a little bit sick, but they're getting better. Okay. Okay, Moki, understood. 50 bad boy points to Alien. A student gave me that gem today. Bad boy points. Oh, okay. And I am honored to get the spanking from Lori. Thank you. I get my bad boy points for the day. Scared. All right. Okay. Yes. Yes. I haven't been in a situation like this since I was in either probably right before high school. I guess there was. Remember that time I got a. I remember there was a not a suspension, but there was like a detention. Oh, I remember that time with this guy, this kid. I don't know. Him and I got into a fight when we went to the principal's office. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Where yeah, we I went to the and the dude's parents, like family owned the school, right? And him and I were like close. We were in the same class, and dude was crying because it's his uncle that's a principal, and we had to go over there. And I was just like no emotion. I had emotions, but I was just kind of like just keeping calm. And we are gonna take this detention, and we were supposed to like do homework after school in the bigger school. That was all it was. I remember in the art room. The art room was a lot of fights happened there. A lot of fights happened in the art room. Oh, okay, Joyce, understood. Understood. Okay, and that's in the art room. There's I don't know. We used to talk in there. We're not supposed to talk, and there was lots. There's detentions a lot. All right, there's detentions a lot. We would have to go after school and clean the art room, or something like that. Then one other time, I think there was a problem in the art room, and then we had to go to the other teacher's room for. And you know what her name was? The other teacher's name. Guess it. It is ironically Lori was the teacher's name, and she had this box of punishments for detention, and you know we had to go along with it. I remember that one. She had all these different ones, and she was very creative. And you have to like sit still, sitting up straight at a desk. Another one, you have to write stuff on the board or clean something over like the science table. That was the thing that we had to do. So yeah, it's been a while since this has happened. All right, Lori said, I asked my sixth grade teacher to sign my autograph book at the end of year, and she wrote, use that brain instead of your mouth, and you do well. There's some sound words of advice right there, I guess, for myself, too. I will remember that. Scared. All right. So, yeah, interesting. Interesting. All right. And so, let's see. Yeah, no, yeah. So, oh, there is a time where I was like in the even younger grades, like the grade school, where we had this incident occur at the school where sh- we would sign people's shirts at the end of. That's what we would do. Oh yes, Joyce. I believe you have a well deserved one. You need yes, a well deserved one. Okay, and there is this incident that happened where rather than signing the yearbook, it would sign the uniform, so everybody would get like a sharpie and sign the different names on the uniform. That was something we did. I remember way back. The yearbook signing thing we didn't do for some reason. We should have done that, but we didn't. I would have if I have known about it. I would have done it. Because I know people would sign their yearbooks and say things, and I know that from reading about schools. But yeah, that was something interesting. So yeah, the as the one time I wouldn't always do the work the way it was supposed to be done because I had my own way of doing things because I'm hard headed. And the teacher was the civics teacher was sitting at his desk and he said, "You know what? This is the you're doing the Hansel method and of doing things, right?" And that was something funny. So we do the Hansel method again today. Scared. All right. Now, and that is some of the stories I had from my time the at school. My Alien War stories of that. I remember that time was really cool when we looked at the stuff from from the bird's eye view of things indigenous Native American people made. Yes, Lori said, "Me too, hard headed and stubborn driven." Right, right. And and on YouTube, some they'll say like I'm a let's see, I'm a crazy, I'm a couple of different things, and the people that are crazy like me are with me, and it's like yeah, just a bunch of a land of troublemakers and misfits indeed. Scared, but so yeah, I get quite a reputation. If I didn't have that reputation, I wouldn't have a reputation at all. Oh, Lori said me too, but they frowned upon that at the gym. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Oh, Joy said, yeah, I divorced the gym a whole ago. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. All right, so yeah, so the coach and I was explaining to him I believed in aliens, and he was showing me the pictures of the bird's eye view of it was in Oregon, I think, or the mountains over there somewhere, and there's this thing you can only see from the space. And if you can only see it from space, it means that somebody was making it for somebody in the sky. So, yeah, that was a cool experience with aliens to see what the different people had to say about it. But I would have some of the gym. That's how I roll. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, you'd have some of the gym. That's hilarious. Ski aired. All right, and now we are going this way to fire right here, and going over to the Phantom this way to yeah. So rather than the Phantom car, it's the Phantom ship. I remember there was a time where there was the confession, and I don't know there, and I was just talking about the stuff that I when I got in trouble. That's what I was confessing about, and uh, sometimes Nash, when my friend comes in here, sometimes him and I get along very well now, but him and I would get in trouble, and I go down, I sink. A reason why I sunk because I wasn't. A reason why I sunk was because I was not getting out the line of fire. I was being a Timu alien for a second. All right. And Judy said something about the plane crash. Okay, I'll go look into it. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repair this ship and go back out. It wouldn't cost too much. Yeah, you see, with these type of ships, you have to not be in the line of fire like I was. Okay. Shout out to you, Judy. Thank you for being here. These two things are still okay from the pirate game. The Halloween people are still out here. I mean, that's interesting. They're gonna stay until the Christmas, I guess. That's interesting. Scared. All right, and now going to repair the ship. Oh, here it is. That's how you fix it. Going here to this guy, this lady. Okay, repair for 61 gold. Wow, that's really cheap. I gone just hopping through. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, the Kraken is right there, chat. Look at that. Oh, Kraken is scared. That's so cool. Kraken is there. Okay, let's get a view of this Kraken. Okay, the crew's weighing their spoils. Okay, they got the Kraken in that game. That's great. Okay, and let's see about this plane crash that's going to be happening. Well, it's not going to be happening. It already happened. All right. It's not letting me go through exactly. Okay. Because yeah, that's where the Kraken attacked them. All right. Lori said we are forecast to. Where did everyone go? LOL. Oh. All right, and we forecast to go to the storm tonight and tomorrow. Wind up to 30 miles per hour. Oh no, scary. I laugh at the valley's idea at high winds having grown on the coast. Oh yeah, that has to be certainly frightening indeed. Yes. They went into some other areas of the spaceship. They are getting some drinks in the kitchen. The others, Joyce. That's where they are. Oh, Lord. Y'all getting snow? Okay. Already? Okay. I know the snow is dreaded. It's to happen. And it's, of course, up north it's going to happen earlier than later. Yeah, because the weather seems to happen earlier over there than here. The weather in December and January, it gets like that. The snow happens extremely rare, but the type of weather you're talking about is in a couple months from now. I'm kind of like behind. Like, my weather's behind everyone else's. Lori said, I mean, we had nearly 90 miles per hour several times when I was a kid. Electricity out for 5 days, trees down everywhere. Okay, so Lori, it's a cold front that's coming in that's causing that. Is that what's happening? Because that sounds very severe. That, of course, up there in the where you are, the wind will certainly be fierce with those winter fronts. They're all blasting in from Canada. I would like snow if it were equipped for it, but we don't get it too often. We are wimps. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for the information. All right. Yeah, and where I am, it'll be very windy and get very severely windy during a cold front, and sometimes it knocks out the power. But my power could go out for no reason. Oh, okay, Aaron. Okay, thank you for letting us know. Welcome back. All right, let's go here. All right, and we get storms from the southwest usually, but sometimes from the north, and that's when the ice or snow. Oh, okay, okay, interesting, interesting. And I said, welcome back, Aaron. Now, where I am, it comes from the northwest, so it's good. The weather comes now. I'm really far down south. Like I'm adjacent to Mexico, to northern Mexico. Like I didn't realize how low that I am. Like California is like northwest of me. Like I'm very low down there on the map. Because I always thought it was like we were adjacent to California, but no, we're adjacent to North Mexico. So where I am, the weather comes from the north, probably where you're from, Lori. That's where it originates from. Then it comes back down this way, all the way down to the south. It just takes a little while for it to get here. Okay. And taking out some more of these ships. All right, and as I said, I'm using I'm being like the pirates from Somalia. So in Somalia, we talked about before. There's lots of pirates. Oh, and Aaron said, "How the heck are y'all guys getting winter before me?" Scared, scared. Yeah, it is the Twilight Zone right now. Joyce is getting snow next week. It's a We're in a Twilight Zone situation. This weekend rather, right? And it all comes from Canada. So some other part of Canada is producing all this snow, and it's spreading it out in different places. Yeah, lucky you. All right. Oh, this is actually fall weather for us. Ah, okay, okay. I'm experiencing my fall weather right now. It warmed up a little bit, but where I am, it does that. Ah, oh Lord. Aaron said was a blimey 11 degrees today, Celsius, of course. Oh yeah, Celsius. All right. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I remember in school, principal that was okay. Unfortunately, there was a terrible situation where this cool German teacher that liked me because of my name. He wasn't able to be the physics teacher because he got murdered at his house. It was very creepy, and I don't know what trial if there was a trial for that or not. But the and then this the principal he had to take over all the different classes. So I was in his class like three classes in a row, and we were in physics, and that's where I learned about the Celsius and Fahrenheit differences. I still am used to Fahrenheit, but I remember the that from school, and we're talking about the buoyancy of boats and stuff. It was pretty cool. Joyce, put on a Mara and decorate your tree. Don't fight it. Oh, all right, hilarious, hilarious. Oh, yeah. Jack Frost is on having a party. Yeah. Yes, I did, Lori. Yes, indeed. Scared, Lord. Scared. Yeah, and we got. So this is Jack Frost in the winter storms are lurking around. Oh, you know, what it reminds me of like the y'all know that Christmas movie from the '60s, I guess, or the '70s. I don't know when it was, but it was like the claymation thing, and you had like that Santa Claus and the dude. He meets the Winter Warlock with a few grains of corn. That's bro. He's casting spells and making it all wintry everywhere, up north. All right, Joyce said I hate cold weather and the kiddos camping every weekend, so no thank you. Oh, wow, okay. Oh yeah, if he's camping, you have to be concerned about him and be concerned about the other factors with the winter you already don't like. Yeah, I hear you. On top of all the stupid people at work you have to deal with, so poor Joyce doesn't get a break and she needs the best vacation ever that could be given. Oh yeah, yeah, Jack Frost. Yes, yes. Yikes! No, no camping in it. Being my warm bed, looking at it, maybe, but frolicking in it, hard nope. Yeah, I remember I did a stream in it. That's what my smart alien self did. I went and did a stream in it and was frolicking around, and I fell. I went into the snow, and I was like making sand angels, and then my stream went out, and they thought that the space yetis got me, but my phone went out and when the Space Yetis came. And yeah, that was some wild stuff. That was the craziest stream ever. Like that was so cool. Right. All right. Lori said, "I get that. I stop going up in the mountains when the snow starts for sure." All right. Ours doesn't go up until Turkey. Oh, hello, Michael. I'm so glad to see you spend 30 minutes with us. Thanks, buddy. What are you cooking tonight, Michael, for dinner? I'm just if you're having anything. I was just curious. Yeah, Space Yeti. All right. Yeah. Shout out to Mary Toodles, Mary Cherry. All right. And oh, fried chicken. Nice, nice, cool. Delicious. Okay, and I'm taking out some of these ships. I said I'm taking this little dingy ship. Oh, it's also much cheaper to repair. So, chat, I'm using the method that there's these Somalia pirates right now, and the pirates of the Caribbean, the current ones, use these. I'm using a little dingy ship to attack bigger ships, like what they do. Oh, I think you are amazing, Joyce. I shout to you. I like the sense of humor Chad has. I like this Chad's a very witty, very witty. Oh, thank you, Mary Toodles, for nice dono. I appreciate that. Shout out to you, and she has a cute cat sticker. Thank you. Oh, good evening, Rita. Welcome to the ship, the spaceship. I appreciate you. All right. Alien, did you say you're getting a little dingy? Yes, I got a little dingy thing. Oh, yeah, yeah, I did say that. That's true. Yes, I said it, and I'm proud of my little dinghy. Because the size of this little ship doesn't matter. Oh, you said you are a dinghy all the time. Well, yeah. Oh, well, we got dinghy pride. Dinghy pride. All right. So we are speeding out this way, and you're gonna watch make me a fool. I'm gonna make a fool of myself attacking these larger ships. All right. Yeah, get him. Yeah. Okay, Aaron. Nope, but I'm moving in there. Do they have a tent parking? Hilarious. Okay, firing at will. Okay, and I'm going to circle around here. It's Canada. You can move your tent anywhere and make your home. Oh, hilarious. All right, let's go out this way and attack these bigger ships. Movable yurt. Yes, here. Okay, yeah, so Aaron's gonna have a new roommate, which is Joyce. Facts. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. Thank you. Now circling around to this right here. Going this way. All right. Yeah, and I'm so glad in this game they added the Kraken because that was an essential part of the movie. And after all these years, they put it in it. And this must be some sort of cracky, not I just say cracky, a Kraken fair summoner, kind of like the Flying Dutchman. But it's allegedly the Kraken hunter, but it doesn't really make any sense because they attack the pirates. So when they use it to their advantage, that's something interesting. Yeah. So yeah, this is one of those exact ships. I just am see if there's any more trials coming out, but for now it just looks like it's the Texas one and some other trials that they're not airing that are happening too. Now in the Pirates age, they had trials then. A lot of times the pirates were hung or executed. Yeah, release the Kraken. A lot of times the pirates were hung, and sometimes they're given pardons, the letters of marque, by the king. They were and they were became privateers, so that means they became legal pirates, where they could legally do their pirating. Sort of like a hacker that becomes like a white hat rather than a black hat one. So the white hat means that they're able to take out people and do cyber hacking for good reasons, and the black hat hackers, do the bad ones. Okay, and then going over this way and attacking him from this angle. There's a revolving door of attacks right here. And this will go a little bit quicker. Okay. The one that gets me is when they suspend them in the cage over the water and let the birds have them scared. Oh yeah, there is this other thing that they did where they put them in those cages and they would have the birds eat at them. That was in the pirate movie too. Like the whole body would be locked up in a cage and they would just be there and the birds would just pick them up, eat their eyeballs and whatever. Yeah, that one is scared. And Lori says, we stay in a yurt every summer on the coast. It's awesome. Oh, nice. Nice. I'm glad to know. Okay, Moki, welcome back. Glad to have you with us. All right. Yeah, I've never heard of a yurt. I've probably seen it before, but I know what it's all about. Yeah, so that's what they did to the pirates as punishment. They did that. They hung them and they hung them suspended in the cages with so the birds to get them over the sea, and they also used their heads as examples for others to not do piracy. All right. Yeah. Hey, girl. Yeah. Yeah. So, Alien, Google Oregon Yurt Works sometime, and you'll get the tour. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, that certainly sounds incredibly intriguing indeed, because people are still using those and continuing those practices. I think is quite good skills to learn. Good skills. Okay. And now let's go over this way. Alien. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. You. Yeah. It's Alien. You can't get into the Texas trial. All right. All right. Yeah. I. Yeah. There's just like sometimes when they're talking in that trial, it's kind of difficult to. Like for me, so sometimes it could just kind of go on and on. But I'm gonna still watch that one. I saw it from like right when it started. But yeah, thank you for telling me your opinion about it, Moki. I called you by your alternative universal name, Eli Owen. Yes, yes. That'll be our safe word, Aeolin, also. But yeah, that's my name in another universe. I watched a video of the UPS plane crash in Louisville today. Very sad for the people there. Yeah, prayers to the people in that region. You know, there was a plane crash in Louisville, and rest in peace to them. Yeah. Okay, it looks like that ship is going to try to protect that one, so we're going to just fire at will. Kind of go out in this direction. They might get me now because I accidentally went off. Okay, here we go. Hello there, Sauce. Good evening. Good evening. And the one for the girl hasn't even happened yet. It's unfortunate that the grandmother. It's so evil that they killed the grandmother. Yeah. All right, let's. And I'm going to read you all a summary about what happened in Louisville. I'm going to dock and tell you all what's going on. Let's go this way. Three dead, 11 injured. Okay. No, after dinner, I need to call a friend of mine's wife. That will be a 2-hour ordeal. Oh, scared. Okay, let's see. Plane. UPS cargo plane crashed shortly after takeoff from Louisville, Kentucky on Tuesday, November 4, 25, resulting in multiple fatalities and injuries. This includes the third fatal crash in UPS Airlines history. Location: the airplane crashed in an industrial area near Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. The location of the UPS Global Hub Worldport around 5:15 p.m. local time. Aircraft: McDonnell Douglas, MD-11 firefighter, operating as UPS Flight 2976, was involved in the accident. Occupants, casualties: there were 3 crew members on board the craft at least. 3 people are deleted dead, 11 injured according to officials, with some injuries described as very significant. Incident summary: the aircraft was en route to Honolulu, Hawaii, and was carrying a large amount of fuel, approximately 280,000 pounds, which caused a massive post crash fire. Preliminary video footage suggests one of its wings was on the fire during the aborted takeoff. Response: airport is temporarily closed and shelter in place. Order was issued nearby due to smoke and fire. FAA, NTSB are investigating the incident. Michael says the plane was an older propeller style plane. The left engine was on fire during the takeoff. The plane never got over a few 100 feet and then crashed. Debris field looked half a mile long. Wow. The fire won't go out, it just keeps burning. Election results. Let's see what that's about. As I heard about the election. Alright. Let's see. Election. Those look like anything so far that I can see. Nothing so far. Now let's see. Let's see what these posts say. Oh, alright. Oh, they may have. They may have. I just was maybe looking at the wrong thing. All right, this is updates that I'm getting. J.D. Vance's half brother loses mayoral race. Democrat Alftab Pruitt has won re-election in Cincinnati's mayor, beating J.D. Vance's half brother Corey Brown. Projects Purville Brown, another candidate, Brian Frank, faced off in an initial race. In May, Frank came in third place and was eliminated ahead of November's race. Oh, okay. Virginia Gov Dem 1. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't see anything in New York. All right, Pennsylvania voters retain 3 Democratic Supreme Court justices. Pennsylvania Supreme Court Justice Christine Donoghue, Kevin Dougherty, David Wetchett all won their retention elections tonight. NBC News projects. The three Democrats were first elected in 2015, shifting the balance of the court at the time from a Republican majority to a Democratic majority. Following tonight's election, Daugherty and Welch will remain on the court for 10 more years, while Donahue will serve until 27 when she hit the mandatory retirement for ages 75. All right, Joyce, thank you. I'll go to Fox then. Let's see. Let's go Fox instead. All right, here we go. It looks like Virginia and Lieutenant Governor and gubernatorial is D, is Democrat, is a Dem rather. Virginia, and New Jersey. Let's see. Nothing in Cali just yet. Yeah, Pittsburgh is D, is Dem. Yeah, I saw that, Moki. I was telling them after someone said that. I said that Elaine has a right to her opinion. She's cool people to chat with. We could just agree to disagree. I saw that, Moki. I told them to not, you know, do that. Say stuff like that. Yeah. All right. And she's saying the Dem leads in New Jersey. Okay. Only 32% of the votes have been counted in New Jersey. New Jersey looks like it's leaning more on the Dem side. She said, "Tell me you're a boomer without telling me you're a boomer." Okay, Moki, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's just you got you know morons in there, because Elaine has a right to say what she wants. You know, Rita said she might have to start packing. Scared. Noki said, "I wanted to say, how can you tell someone has a septum piercing?" Hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, LOL, Joyce. All right. All right. Texas 18th district. Menifee Dem is leading. All right. Let's see. Retain Donahue. Pennsylvania Supreme Court elected. That's 400,000. Okay. Oh, she said she's a boomer last year for the boomers. Oh. I have similar views to Elaine. I mean, it's like people of any age can have certain political views about things. Especially like if you're like in a country where there's a lot of knife attacks and things like that happening. I mean, that's not too good. No one wants that. I don't think anyone wants to walk down the street and see violence. But rather than making a refutation or something, they have to come up with a little snarky comment like that. Like, yeah. Okay, so that is some information about the election coverage we'll be continuing to monitor. Okay. Yeah, and this place is called King's Head. This pirate place. Joyce said, I just identify as confused and call it a day. Hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, thank you, Moki, for the update. Alright, so now I'm going to use this nuclear stuff on these things. Alright, let's see. I set myself on fire in the process. I'm going to take out the sword. Let's square up. It's going to be close. And New Jersey, I bet. We just get a Republican now and then. Okay. Interesting. And use the voodoo to heal. Alright. New Jersey has a lot of Italians. I would think they'd be conservative. Yeah, it, as I said, it depends. I would say they would be, but if they're from another generation, maybe when the Dems were different back in the past, like the old school Democrats, maybe they were still holding on to that. If like depends on like what faction they're from, but yeah, I would think so too, Moki. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And Sauce said he knows nothing about politics. Oh, okay, understood. Yes, and you are correct, Moki. Most Italians are Catholic. Yes. And Michael said yes, but a lot of NJ or Italians are Dems, not Republicans. Yeah, because some Italians, if they're from like the yeah, as I said, just it depends on like the faction that they're interpreting. But yeah, definitely the Catholic Italians would have similar views to the conservative side. Definitely, yeah, in theory. Yeah, and sauce politics is a very big mess. It's a it could get bloody. So I understand. It's there's other uh, it's very complex indeed. Like, all right, so that is a castle. I don't know if I've been to it before, but we're gonna go there. All right, let's see. All right, gonna go up this way. I think I've been to it, but not like completely remembering. All right, so all right, and Kikin said keep. All right, Joyce said I am all about politics, but don't discuss it often for sure. Not on YouTube. Oh well. Yeah. Okay. Understood. Michael said my grandparents' dad's side were of the boat Ellis Island and settled in Signock, New Jersey. My dad was first generation American. He was a Dem, but switched later, and his parents were Dems. Yeah, my ancestors were on my mom's side were in that party because back in the day they were a little bit different apparently than they are now. Like it's somehow, and then when they got kind of out of hand, a lot of people would see the other side was better. But now I am part Italian, and yeah, they yeah, certainly would have a lot of views similar to the current conservative movements. You can name each president since 1972. Interesting. Okay. All right. So right now I'm in the castle. I guess I'm in the fortress. That's pretty cool. It's like a big fort. All right. So heading this way. All right. Here I go. Right here. We would go to see with them. I was little, and stores would have signs with them. We speak no English. We speak little English. The entire community was Italian. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So it's like an Italian community. Cool. I have some. Yeah, definitely make amazing food. Indeed, it's the best place to be. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, certainly the Italians used to. I guess in the beginning they would have these tight communities, these communities of them, and I suppose over time they spread out into different places. Oh, you're really concerned about New York? Yeah, yeah, me too. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, Moki is scared from NYC. Yeah, I one of my ancestors in England that was part Italian was, my opinion, is going to be a mess. Yeah. He had a restaurant, so that's pretty cool. That the food was, the interest of food was in my ancestors. That's cool. All right, this is a place I've never been to. All right, this is the jail on King's Head. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So I like that. This is their jail. Michael said, for the record, my last name ends in a vowel. My car maker ends in a vowel. I have a garden in my backyard. For I have a fig tree. I cook. Oh, well. Oh. There it is. We got a fig tree here too, where I am. We have a fig tree. Okay, and now we are going to do this duel. Let's see. He's head spinning. He doesn't know what hit him. All right, we took him out. Hey, going out of the jail. Well, it says don't feed the alligators. All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's cool, Michael. That's cool. All right. Let's see. New York City. Mom Donnie is at 422K, and Cuomo is right behind him at 324. Okay. And the Republicans are at 65K. All right. And New Jersey's leaning to Dems. Virginia is 2. Let's see. California has not started. Okay, Pennsylvania is for O'Connor, and Georgia is for Dickens. Okay, that's pretty much it for now. Yeah, exactly, Moki. Well said. Oh, she tried to once and it tastes pretty good. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay, Michael. Go fry some bird. Thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit. Take care. I said, okay, this is going through here. This reminds you of Doom, the way this looks. Okay. Have a good night. Okay, it's going through here. This way. I just go straight out the door. It's a dead end. Alright, going out of King's Head. Going down the passage. Okay. Yeah, so this is this long fortress that I've not really explored before. Okay. And I these local elections are very important, more than people realize. It's always good to participate in local elections because that will like determine the policy of the region you're in. People can pretty much do whatever policy is enacted there. That's why I think it is how to pay a bill about tired paying bills. Yeah, so that is something a lot of people just don't understand. That the local elections are very important, and we'll see how this turns out because we'll see if the places improve or get worse with these policies. Whatever whoever gets in, I hope they do whatever's best for the region. Sauce says, "Remember, my mom and I got into about Trump, and she told me it's my own business. Crazy." Yeah, a lot of people with politics and people have lost friends and lost family over it. Yeah, people I think that should have a discussion about it in a civilized manner and to not get too you know triggered. But with the media, a lot with see the media puts out this image about Trump or whatever and about the political stuff and they make it look a certain way and people get so upset about it. But if there was somebody like Hitler coming back or Stalin, I could understand people be upset. But they and people that don't know about fascism don't know what the thing's about. Because I know a lot about it because I'm German, but it's not real. It's not nice. And so far, I've not seen that happen here, in my opinion. Well, Sauce, just a question. You are for Trump, and whatever people think, I think that it's good. People disagree with Trump or not. People should be right to their own opinion about it. They have a right either way, and to not people to take things so personally. So, yeah, I agree with you, Sauce. Whatever your position is, I think you have a right to ask questions about whatever you want. Okay, Sauce, understood. Your position is understood. Thank you for letting us know. And Loki says, I think Trump has done amazing. Oh, that's good. Yes. And yes, as I said, if you are against it or not, whatever your whatever your position is, your parents should have, you know, not mind you asking questions about it. If you want to ask us any questions, feel free to. Political commentary is something that I am quite involved in, but do as you would like. It's up to you. You don't have to be involved in it at all, but we are here to listen to you if you wanted to ask anything. And Sauce says, "I like your mom." And no, Moki says the Sauce, "I like your mom," and he said, "Oh, Moki." Okay, okay, yeah. But a debate is fine, I think. Things, as we know, things get juicy from debates, but I think they're fine to have. All right. Yeah, I also think he's done well with the country. I do want inflation to get over. I think inflation needs to stop at some point, and yeah, but I think he's doing fine, in my opinion. Doesn't mean he's perfect or does everything 100% correct, but I agree with y'all, chat, about it. Yeah, it's a tedious landscapes we're in because of what happened in the previous term. All right, Moki said, "I switched parties because of the border." Oh, you switched because of the border? Yeah, I. So how it works with me is my family were, from generations ago were Dems, but they're not liberals, but they were just from some other time period where it was different, and they and I was understanding things from the other side, from the conservative side, and it made sense to me. And when I was like a teenager, I switched. And Trump, I didn't really know what to think of him in the beginning, but I later understood the policies that he had. Oh, I thought were doing good for the country. So it was a similar situation, Moki, why I support him too. Yes. And my senior years when he got elected. All right, Saw says, "I don't want my mom to trip on a man that she doesn't know, even though plus the carried me for 9 months. She should recognize the difference." Okay, thank you, Sauce, for your take. Me and her can be oil and water, but I respect her, love her. Well, that's good. You respect and love your mom. I don't agree with all my family about political things, but I love and respect them. And other things too, but the water was a huge issue. Yeah, because there could be anybody could get through there, and I'm all for legal immigration. But like for instance, the all the what happened in 9/11, for instance, I think it's good for people to be vented out before they get in the country, because if someone like that could just get through. There's actually a body cam. There's a police officer had a YouTube channel. His YouTube channel was banned because he was exposing the truth. He was at the border at night, and he was interviewing somebody from the border, and the guy said that uh, they're in a terrorist organization, and they were going to go do something big, and they had detained him, but the guy's channel's taken down. So yeah, there's people that are coming in that were not good. But of course, I'm for people that are coming in that want to live their lives and prosper and pursue the American dream. And I want them to come in as smoothly and easily as possible. But I just want to vent out people that could cause some sort of a crime or drug trafficking. Although that happens in our own country, I think that is a problem here already. I do think that any country should have a checks and balances with it, in my personal opinion. But of course, if people have a different opinion, I like to hear it. If I'm missing something, but that's what I think too. And I also want to think that inflation is a problem, and having jobs in America is important to have. And I want to have safety for our country, and I want the American workers to be put first, and many other issues. But yeah, I'm not prejudiced against anybody. I'm not against anybody coming in. I just want the country to have law and order. And the history of the Dems, they were involved with slavery, and a lot of the KKK stuff that happened, and there's theories that they're trying to invoke policies that would try to emulate their past, but they're not really for what they say they're for. Not the people that vote for them, they're fine, but the party itself is kind of sketchy to me. So I don't know. It's just many different reasons why I do that, but so it doesn't mean I agree with every single policy or everything that happens. It's just that is my position on it at the moment, and it's been like that for a while. I have lots of friends, lost friends over Trump, but each their own. I say, right. And if somebody disagrees, like with my position, I'm not going to hold anything against anybody. Like I don't, politics is not the most important thing. The most important thing is having friends and companions. These people don't even know who we are. Things that may not even directly affect us. So us as a group and friends staying together is more important than anything. And just friends in general, not even this group, but other groups too, and family. So yeah, I that's my thoughts about it as well. You know. Yeah, going with the flow. Right. Right. That's true. Right. Yeah. So that is other things. I think with schools, they're doing. I don't know. I don't agree with trying to educate kids about adult things. I don't like that at all. I think that's wrong. And a lot of our oil and jobs are going overseas. That's another thing I didn't like. And like we had a big oil thing in our own country, but they were getting oil from Russia during the war with Ukraine. They were saying they're against Russia, but they're giving Russia business cause by getting their oil. And if Russia controls all the oil, I mean, they're at war with them. They're at Russia's mercy, right? So if America using its own resources to take care of itself, I think is the best way to go. It's the best way to go. And I like to see low crime, stuff like that. So those are some points. And I'm very involved with politics, by the way, and political commentary. On the trial chats, I'm more known as a trial chatter, but I'm also very involved with political things as well. All right. In the pirate game, it is raining. All right, let's see if we could maintain a loot. Scared. I wasn't able to get it. All right, and now blasting off this way. Okay, and firing all missiles there. Now this one takes a bit more time than the other ships that are bigger. And we're fighting on top of everything. It's raining. Okay. I like how there's no clouds when it's raining. Yeah, there's no clouds at all. Okay. I'm gonna probably dock to unload this loot and then go back out. Yeah, that is true. Politics, religion, and sports can be killers. Yeah, I agree. Yes, indeed. It just a lot of people are turned off by. They're called hot button topics. Indeed. But world peace is brought through food. It's all brought through food. Absolutely. All right, having a sword fight with a skeleton. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna check this. I'm pretty lax, and people have their own opinions, and not big deal for me personally. Oh, okay, that's good to know. Good to know. The Three Eye Atlas is entering, is here. The strange object that might be a UFO. It's some sort of astral meteor asteroid. Is heading in our way. Heading our way. Yeah, sword fight. Yeah, a big sword. A big sword. All right, let's have a see if we win the sword fight. Okay. All right, he's running from me. Yeah, and Sauce says, weird. I told Moki and Joyce last night here with Alien that three of you ladies are my best friends in chat. No matter what I text you all seems to flow with me. No matter who matters, shout out. Oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet to tell them. All right. So we're gonna go back to the island and fight that thing. All right. All right. Oh, look, that's my cellmate right here. And y'all got lucky, JK. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now we're in Port Royal in their prison system. Now we're getting out of it. Yeah, shout out to you, Sauce. I'm glad that you appreciate our chat community. All right, here we are, Port Royal. All right, Moki said, I've found myself holding my tongue more since I've gotten to the Bible thing. Okay, interesting. Yes. All right. And there's a time for peace and a time for war, also. But I'm glad that the Bible has helped you. Definitely. All right, and I'm sweating a sock not sacked. My salsa's freaking. Oh, your salsa is hot. I'm sure it's delicious though. I love spicy food. All right. Yeah, we love our sauce. But yeah, salsa's delicious indeed. All right. So we're going to go after this ship again, probably. Yeah, salsa is so good. I like it with the dip, and with peppers, it's good to make salsa with, and all along the other stuff that you can make it with. Yeah, and salsa, especially if they make their own, could customize it in such a cool way. Like sauce, I'm sure makes it very good. Okay, we're fighting back that way. Okay, okay, we are about to get this one down. Yeah, so much variety. It's like a Chex Mix of taste. Yes. Hey, we're gonna go out this way. Oh, you can't stop thinking about the deep dish pizza you're eating tomorrow. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Rita said, "I always serve Tristos and salad and salsa. We have get-togethers. Oh, that is a very good get-together thing to have. Definitely. Okay. I don't quite recall what island I went to, but we're gonna go to this one. Probably Driftwood Island. I've been here a lot. We're hat and Quiso on Saturday. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah. I think I'm actually tired of pizza. I had so much of it lately. I'm getting burned out. Oh, you're getting a pizza burnout. Okay. Emoki, I that sounds really cool about your pizza. I am excited for you. All right. All right. There's just a bunch of crabs in this island. Not too much. Okay. It looks like the clouds are easing. Okay, wrong sword. Papa John's has it down. Oh, I burned this thing, man. I did it. I set myself on fire too. Oh, we are going at noon, so I'll be feeling no pain if I rejoin trial. Okay, okay, nice. Hey, we're going to go up here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure. Absolutely, I bet. Moki, I bet. Definitely. Oh, this is a nice sunset right here in the Caribbean. Okay. Yeah, just a bunch of crabs in this island. A driftwood island. Okay. All right, and now we're going to the next part of the game. All right, going down the list, see what chat's saying. Anything new? There's a pizza place down the street called Deli Plus. Their pizza's really good. Oh, nice. Papa John's is really good. I like pizza, guys. I never heard of that either. Right, only so much pizza in a period of time. Oh yeah, pizza guys, where you are, Moki. Okay. I've never heard of Roundtable. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Any new updates? Let's reload. All right, New Jersey is Dem. Went to the Dems. It's or it's a leading. The New Jersey is leading Dem. Virginia is Dem. New York is not decided, but the Dems are leading there. All right. You love Round Table. Oh, Round Table chicken and garlic. I'll look up these things. Let's see. Oh, Little Caesars is good. We have that here. Domino's has gotten better. Domino's is the one that we use out here the most. Is That's one we use the most. I mean, I liked it. You know, I would like hang out with friends. I'd order a pizza and we chill. Yeah. See, pizza guys. And what else? Oh, oops. Maybe. Joyce at Little Caesars. Nope. I would have to call that one next. Doesn't end well. Arius. Marcos is near you. Okay. Nice. Okay. And yeah, Marcos. That one I've not heard of before. Marcos Pizza. That looks good. I like that. Marcos Pizza. They have very cool places. Well, let's see over here. I'm just saying, me and Little Caesars don't get along. I understand. I understand. Chicken and garlic on white sauce yum. Definitely. Oh, you're a chef. That's yes, that is awesome. All right, Pizza Guy started in '86 when its first restaurant was opened in Sacramento, California, by co-founders Shapur Nejed and Reza. The company began franchising in '94. Costco Pizza. Okay. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, that looks very good. I like that one too. All right. And there's the other ones. See, Marco's Roundtable. Let's see when the Roundtable start. Um, well, Mandarin is looking good at this point, right? Mamadi. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Roundtable Pizza started in 1959. The first restaurant was opened in December of that year in Melno Park, California, by founder William R. Larson. Larson's vision was to create a gathering place for families to relax and enjoy high quality pizza. He adopted the King Arthur theme for his restaurant. In '61, the chain began to expand rapidly through the franchise shortly after starting in '62. Oh, I'm glad that you're passionate about that, Sauce. That's awesome. The chef of the spaceship. All right, Roundtail Pizza has used several slogans over its history. Share a little pizza with someone you love. This is the original slogan penned with founder William Larson. The last honest pizza. This became their signature tagline for many years, particularly during the 1980s and 1990s. Pizza royalty. This is currently a motto introduced during the brand's reimagining in 2019 for its 60th anniversary. All right, sauce, really nice. I'm cooking Thanksgiving at the end of the day. I won't be happy. Man, I hate holidays because of all the cooking, TBH. I get cranky now baking, love me baking desserts, I mean. Oh, Joyce, now you have to do that too? On top of everything else. It's like one thing after another. All right, so those Marcos, right? Let's see. Marco's Pizza was founded in 1978 by Italian-born Pasquale Pat Guy Marco. Key details about the company. Founder Pasquale Pat Guy Marco, an Italian immigrant who moved to the U.S. at the age of 9 and grew up working in his family's pizzeria. The first store was opened in Oregon, Ohio, a suburb of Toledo, on February 18, 1978. Focus on quality. The brand is known for its commitment to authentic Italian quality using a fresh, never frozen three cheese blends dough made from scratch daily in the store, and the original sauce recipe passed down from oh recipe three oh wait, three cheese blends dough made from scratchy daily in store, an original sauce recipe passed down from Guy Marco's father. I love pumpkin pie. Very good. Growth. In 2004, the brand was acquired by a group led by Jack Butterack, who began expanding it nationally. It is now one of the fastest growing pizza brands in the United States, with over 1,200 stores across several countries. I usually cookies and stuff for neighbors, maybe brownies, cakes, or pies, depends a little. Yeah. And Rita says sauce, turkey, mashed potatoes, deviled eggs, macaroni, salad, green pea stuffing, and gravy, cranberry sauce. Pretty traditional dinner, I guess. Yeah, what I used to eat for now, my family makes turkey and this, everything that Rita mentioned. Now, my friends that were neighbors with me, they would make the gumbo. That's where I would always eat gumbo. I always talk about gumbo all the time. Gumbo was something that I would eat for Thanksgiving that my friends would have, and that was something unique that they would do. And that's where I first got it. So that's where usually I had experiences with gumbo. Yeah, pumpkin pie with whipped cream. Very good. Now with turkeys, the turkeys that the people had at Plymouth Rock, the original pilgrims, their turkeys are much more thin or very slim and skinny. They were wild turkeys. But the turkeys we have like at Thanksgiving, like those fat ones, those turkeys were domesticated for for consumption. The original turkeys were very different. Last few years, I make ham. My son loves them ham. Loves the ham. Oh, I'm sure you make ham really well. Thanks, Tom, for the update. Mama D won. Mom Dami won. All right. Okay. Thank you for the update. So he won. All right. Yeah, pumpkin pie is a staple, but make a cherry cheesecake for Christmas and cookie brownies bars or Santa. Oh, that's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Count me in. Yeah, yum. All right, Rita says they called NJ. I'm moving out. OMG, we just had 8 years with them. Now another one wins. Scared. Yeah, Rita, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, yeah, Tom, absolutely, I agree. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, really are. They're gonna regret that. I see now. They really are. He is fooling them. Yeah. During the Age of Pilgrims, the early 17th century, wild turkeys were abundant across North America's eastern forests. They were a common and significant food source for both Native Americans and European settlers. Key facts about wild turkeys at the time: abundance. Historical accounts suggest that millions of wild turkeys roamed the continent, with reports of a single flock numbering dozens or even hundreds of birds. One author noted that 1612 that they were as common as pheasants in England. Availability to the pilgrims. Pilgrims leader William Bradford wrote a great store of wild turkeys available in the autumn of 1621. Historically, historical sources indicate that birds were plentiful in the area around Plymouth colony, making them easy prey for hunters. For winter, for Christmas, Rita makes stuffed shells, nice salad, and Italian bread. Delicious. Stuffed shells, delish, delish. Roll in the first. Okay, roll in the first Thanksgiving. While not definitely confirmed as the centerpiece, it highly probable that wild turkeys was part of the 1621 harvest feast. Wow, 1621, everybody. That was a really long time ago. Wow. 1621 is before the Pirates of the Caribbean was based off of, before that time period. That's before. That's when it was still part of England. Because in 1776, that's when it broke away from the Empire. Interesting. Wow. That's like Mozart. That's probably not accurately when Mozart was born. He's probably like in the 1700s, but it's like that's really far back. Well, Americans have been here for a long time. Wow. Our colonists were sent on trawling expeditions and returned with enough birds, likely a mix of turkeys, ducks, and geese, to feed the settlement for a week. Yeah, I agree, Joyce. A true original native, Benjamin Franklin later championed the wild turkey as more respectable national symbol than the bald eagle. Huh. Describing it as a true original native of America. Interesting. All right, Tom says I can't either. He couldn't get elected unless New York City Jews voted for him. I don't see why they would, but they must have. Oh yes, yes. That's a good point. That's a good thing to bring up. Yeah, I don't know why they voted for him. A true original native. Okay, yes. All right. Rita says, Alien, I watch Joe and Nick's road trip on YouTube. They featured Salem, New Jersey last week. It was founded in 1675. Well, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. That's really cool they went there. Yeah. All right. Later declined despite their initial abundance. Initial abundance, unregulated hunting, and widespread habitat destruction, deforestation, or farmland led to several decline in wild turkeys. Populations over 300 years, but the 20th century birds have nearly disappeared from much of their original range in New England. Wow. Less is more in cooking. Ah, okay, interesting. Yeah. Besides turkey, the pilgrims hunted several types of game for food, including venison, deer, very significant source of meat, the wampanoag, the wampanoag. Guests, the first Thanksgiving feast in 1621, notably contributed to the five deer to a meal, waterfowl. Pilgrims in Wampanoag ate a variety of other wild birds, which were plentiful in the New England area. These likely included ducks, geese, swan, passenger pigeons. and heath hens, small game, rabbits, and other small animals were also hunted when available. Pilgrims also access to farm animals they have brought with them, such as chickens, providing meat and eggs, and goats, which provided milk. Furthermore, seafood like cod, bass, and lobster, clams, mussels, eels was a major part due to their colony's coastal location. Yeah, I've heard of Newsom. I've heard of him. Heard a lot about him. About Gavin Newsom. Scared. Wait until he lets the criminals out of jail. I'm making potato soup for Xmas. Gonna be tough because Washington team plays, and so do my Lakers that day. Ah, okay, nice, nice. Potato soup. All right, and Joyce said, while Santos just said he would put all the NY New Yorkers to Lake Okeechobee. I used to live there. That is going to be fun. All right. You said just found out we lost almost a million people in NJ moved to red states. We'll never have the Republican gov ever again. Oh wow, that's unfortunate. You just want a new car. Bob Baker voice. Yeah, yeah. He. I just think in Cali there's lots of homeless encampments there that need to be, dealt with. I don't really appreciate the homelessness and the stuff that it seems like it's everything's expensive. It's going down. Yeah. All right. Mom Donnie won New York City. Virginia Jones won New Jersey. Cheryl won Virginia Spansberger and Virginia Hashami. Oh yes, Sauce. Yes, Sauce. You agree with us with that? Yeah, the homelessness is insane. It's insane. Yeah, I I think that guy is like a corrupted oligarch in my opinion, and he's just and with the wanting to go. I think the environment's very important, but his Green Deal he was trying to do, getting all those cars to be energy cars would I think be a hindrance. But yeah, I don't like him either. The how they're handling the situation. Lori said my state organ has been infected with the blue BS. I'm apolitical, but facts are facts. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Oregon's another problem with it, and there's still that protest sometimes, and I think that peaceful protests are important, but people sometimes block traffic, and then you have rioters and looters and clowns that will go and just raid everything and burn stuff down. I don't like that. So I think that yeah, the what a fact is a fact. The stuff that's they're doing in Cali is I disagree with, and things are getting more expensive, and like you'll see on the side of the road, like in the roads in Cali, There's people with homeless tents everywhere. You go drive like anywhere in those certain areas, like you'll see them, tons of them, just rows of them. Some people living in trailers. You got some people that are on drugs, right? Like so, you have people that just have like a needle. One time I saw there's this needle in a person's arm, right? And they're just bending over in the street, and they're just like a dark silhouette, right? So yeah, I think that they could be handling it much differently. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do about the Olympics. They're just going to clean all that up. Then just when the Olympics come, they're like it looks like nothing happened. Yeah, but you gotta put the people first. All right, and Rhea said, "I'm floored. I just found out Mikey Cheryl the Dem is going to be my gov. Scared." All right. Lori said, "I'm at war with the homeless right now. By my house right now, garbage, etc." Yeah, you're fighting a battle with them at the moment, indeed. Yeah, you're fighting with them, and with the whole with oh yeah, I remember you were telling us about you're picking up trash from the homeless, and that's just disgusting. These people, they'll just with doing drugs and just being stupid and being not productive, being bozos. That's what they're being, and they're just yeah, and that's really honorable of you to do that, and you should never, you know, have to, you know, unfortunately do that. But I'm glad you did. You know, I'm glad that you wanted to help the little critters and the nature. I know you care about nature a lot, like I do. But those idiots should have picked up their own trash. They act like a bunch of animals, not even animals, a bunch of savages. That's what they're acting like. So I do agree it is wrong how Oregon's handling it too. All right. Like I said, Oregon used to be a common sense rednecks and love for land. I know it's sad to see it, see weird people move there. Like why? Yeah, policies happen. This is what I think. I think men, hard times make strong men, and strong men make good times, and good times make weak men. So I think like with these drug addicts and the way that the politics were being enacted in these regions, they let these things occur for their own financial gain. For their own financial gain and their own corrupted view of the world, and probably for destruction too. Because I do believe that there were infiltrations from. This is kind of irrelevant, but I do believe there were infiltrations from other countries that were trying to corrupt the United States, and they use these political proxies in our country a way to undermine the country in different places. Yeah. People could be Democrat. Democrats, I remember, like back in the '50s, were hardworking American people back, in the past. But these other people are just being homeless and being stupid. That's not what America's about. You know, right? And Saul says homelessness in San Francisco, most popular city, lets the homeless take a crap on the sidewalk. Facts. They do. That is true. They let them take a crap on the sidewalk. They, as I said, they got their people build little homeless houses. They go to the bathroom there, and I saw disgusting things. Like, I saw these people with flies all over them that were high on drugs. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I mean you have all these homeless people just. It looks like They look like the slums of London back in the 1800s. Those steerage areas. That's exactly what it looks like. It's feudalism. Like these people that are claiming to be leftists and believing in like a utopia where everybody's equal. They're not even doing that. They're creating like an oligarchic, feudalistic society. That's what they're creating with the politicians at top and trying to put everyone down at the bottom. It's like also the Great Depression that happened in the 30s. It's like that too. Right. All right. Saul says Anaheim, Los Angeles, Sacramento, and San Diego are in deep trouble with homelessness. Yeah, that's true. Yes. Lori said, Sauce, that's awful. I have to use dog poo bags to pick up human feces. Oh, that's disgusting that those people are doing that, Lori. And as I said, it's a shame that they're putting their filth around so other people could pick it up. Just disgusting. Thank you for helping the environment, though. I mean, you see, people claim to want to help the environment. That's the biggest joke about everything. That's like the most laughable thing about these people. You let me get this straight. I'm slow. You want to help the environment and make it a better place by crapping on the side of the sidewalk and having homeless trash and homeless things everywhere and destroying nature and destroying ponds and destroying a city. That's going to help the environment? Are we what are we doing here? What kind of clown show are we running here? So I do think that they're not really being honest with what they really want. You know, they don't really want that. They want something else. That cash money. And I've heard some parts of not all of New York City, but I've heard there's parts of New York with some higher crime rises, but not all of it though. Okay, let's see. Pittsburgh. Okay, Cincinnati is just independent people. Let's reload the page. Let's see anything else going on here. I'm AFK. Well, that's at World's End. Alright, let's just go back that way. Let's go bring this pirate to shore. Let's teleport. To maybe Cuba. Let's go there. Alright, going to Cuba. Alright, and Lori says, yep, I just can't leave it. I see snowy egrets, geese, bald eagles, and osprey and turtles out there by our pond. I do it for them. Well, that's good that you're helping them. But that's so sad that they have to go through that. You know, I mean, a bald eagle being assaulted, that's illegal for the bald eagle to be harmed. So they're breaking the law by allowing those people to be there. Yeah, but shout out to you, Lori, for helping the environment because these people don't care about the environment. You know, it's stupid. It's becoming like Weimar Republic Germany. There is a banana Weimar Republic. And Joyce said, in my opinion, Gavin is a pretty boy playing the game. Okay, Sauce, a good night. Nice talking to you. See you later. See you tomorrow. See you later, whatever it is. However you want to say it. Yeah, so. Yeah, snowy egrets, all these different critters. Yeah. And this is the tavern. Are you welcome, Lori? Okay, Joyce, good night to you. See you tomorrow as well. Okay. All right, and let's go here. Let's see. Okay, and that is the news about that. Let's go here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be playing some Trials, by the way. Alright, and we will go probably... We were playing a Trial recently. I remember, let's go to this window right here. Now I'm going to be playing some Trials. Let's see. Is that one what I want to do? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, Lori, we're going to watch some Trials. Something we watched recently, but we're going to rewatch it. Alright. Well, we're not going to rewatch it. We're just going to continue watching where we left off. Yeah, we're going to pick up... Remember the veteran? We're going to pick up on that. We're going to pick up on a trial scene that we were watching from a couple of... Oh, and I have to rejuvenate the window because it's a little bit out of whack.
To move out of this...
Okay, and we're just going to open up a new window and put it here. Alright.
Attention on me for anything at this point.
Then we're going to capture and do that one. All right, here we go. We were watching this a little while back, and now we're going to watch it again. More of it. Okay, here we go.
All right. So then did you made contact with Ochoa, decided to take the job, right?
Yes.
So when you come back to the warehouse on the 19th, do you begin packing your things?
I did.
Why do you do that?
Because I'm leaving.
To go do this job?
Yes, to move out of this apartment to get away from this whole scenario completely.
Okay. And do you ever see Wilson before you leave?
No.
And you said Tucker was there that day when you packed up?
Yes.
Did you pack up all the things that you had unloaded inside of that warehouse?
Everything that I could possibly identify as mine, yes.
What about that Foot Locker that you had unloaded? Did you pack that back up?
Yes, I did.
And where'd you put it?
It got put into the back of my truck, the bed of my truck.
Now, while you were packing up, did you have like exclusive control over that Foot Locker?
No, sir, I didn't.
Were you keeping an eye on your truck the entire time?
No, sir, I wasn't.
Was anybody helping you pack your things?
I did get help from Tucker initially when I was able to move my Foot Locker out of the apartment. It was quite heavy, so he did help me get it into my truck.
Who helped you?
Mr. Tucker.
Defendant sitting here?
Yes.
Did you tell him where you were going and what your plan was?
No.
Did you tell him you were leaving?
Yes.
Did he ask why you were leaving?
No.
Did you share any of the information you had obtained about what had happened at the treehouse 2 nights before?
No, sir, I did not.
At some point, do you get your truck loaded up?
I do.
And do you ever see Wilson again before you leave for the new job?
No.
And do you ever become aware that if they had been taken in or not on this situation?
I did become aware that that Wilson had been arrested, yes.
All right. So then you go in, or I'm sorry, you get in your truck, you have all your stuff at this point, right?
Yes.
And where do you go?
I went to Big Pine, to the house on Enterprise Road.
And that's for the job for Ochoa?
Yes.
And do you remember the date when you did this?
I believe it was the 20th or the 20th. I don't remember exactly what day it is, but I knew it was the day of the raid. Whatever the day of the raid was, when they were arrested, it was that afternoon that I left.
All right, so let's talk about the day of the raid. What are you talking about when you say the day of the raid?
There was a search warrant executed on the warehouse.
Were you there when it was executed?
No, sir, I was not.
Had you left already?
Yes.
And did you become aware of this raid?
I did become aware of it, yes.
How did you become aware of it?
When I went back, okay, I think my timeline's a little messed up. When I went back to collect my stuff, the raid had already occurred. And that's where I encountered, what was her name? His girlfriend, the pregnant woman.
April?
April. And she was asking me where Rory was, what happened to Rory, and I said, he's in jail. And Tucker's not. I mean, I didn't know what else to tell her. I didn't know what had
And
happened.
April was Rory's girlfriend?
Yes, the pregnant girlfriend, yes.
And this is when you're getting your stuff to go to Big Pine?
Yes,
The raid had already happened?
yes,
Wilson's not there?
no,
Is Tucker there?
yes.
And you ask Tucker how he's there and Wilson isn't?
I wasn't concerned with that, no.
All right? And when you heard about the raid, what was your reaction to that?
I got to get out of here. And it was one of dire need to leave, to flee.
To get out of that location?
Yes,
Were you worried about them tracking down to you?
yes,
So you take off for Big Pine, is that right?
yes,
And you get to Big Pine, you use your truck to get there?
yes, sir.
And what do you do when you get to Big Pine?
I unloaded my truck into the house so that I could do personal inventory of all my belongings that hopefully I had retrieved from the apartment.
And you're back at the house, you said you unloaded everything. Were you by yourself or was somebody with you?
I was by myself.
Were you feeling relieved?
Yes,
Why?
I had escaped. I was in a safe place as far as I knew that they didn't know about, that nobody knew anything about. It was just me.
Okay.
So I felt like I had removed myself from the situation.
Did you unpack your truck
I did.
into that house?
I did.
And did you start unpacking your things?
I did.
Okay. And did you discover something inside your footlocker?
I did.
All right, let's tell the jury about that. While you were unpacking your things, did you attempt to unpack your footlocker?
I did. I opened my footlocker, and right there on the top of it was the black backpack, the bag that Tucker had emptied onto the table in the dining room the night of the incident.
The bag that you saw him coming out of the treehouse with?
Yes.
The one he was fumbling with?
Yes.
And how did you know it was that bag?
It was that bag.
Okay.
That's, for lack of better words, it was right there. I didn't put it there. I knew it was what it was.
Was it there when you packed your stuff into your trunk?
No.
Do you know how or when it got put in there?
I have no idea.
When you saw it, what was your reaction?
What the fuck? Why is this in my bag? Why is this in my box?
Okay. What'd you do with it?
I panicked and I grabbed it and I looked for the closest thing near me, which was a closet, an air conditioner closet, opened the door and I threw it in, shut the door behind it.
Was it just like a regular clothes closet or
No, it was an air conditioner closet. It was a mechanical closet.
like where the air conditioning unit is housed?
Yes.
And you threw it in there?
Yes.
Out of sight, out of mind?
Yes.
Were you concerned that that was in your footlocker?
Yes.
And did you continue unpacking everything else?
I did.
Now, how long were you up there? At some point while you were up at Big Pine, did you receive a phone call from the police?
I did. I received a phone call from Miss Penny Phelps informing me that they had some information and possibly some stolen property of mine from my police report on my truck, and also that there were detectives that wanted to take some video and some pictures of my truck and issue me the formal report for my insurance.
And did they indicate to you that they had some things from your truck?
Yes.
Were you excited to receive that call?
Yes, I was.
Why?
I wanted, number one, I wanted the police report for my insurance purposes. And number two, I was hoping they found some of my tools. I don't buy cheap tools.
And you had just taken on a new job, right?
Yes.
Were you going to need those tools?
It would have been nice to have them, yes.
Did you make arrangements, or did the police make arrangements with you about how you should all meet up to talk about what they had?
Yes, they wanted to come to me. They wanted to come to where I was. And number one, I didn't really want to be driving around blatantly with them knowing that my driver's license was suspended. So, I mean, yes, I was driving, but I don't want to be in front of a cop. Yeah, I got a suspended driver's license. Let me just drive where you guys are. So, no, they came to where I was and did their investigation on my truck.
Travis, how long were you in Big Pine before the police came out there to pick you or to talk to you about your truck?
Not even 2 hours.
So the same day you arrived?
Yeah. Yes.
Hadn't even spent a night there yet?
No.
Had you unpacked that Foot Locker already?
Yes.
Had you hidden that bag in that
Yes.
air conditioning closet?
Yes.
Did the police come out?
Yes.
They photographed your truck?
They did.
At some point, did they ask you to come down to the station with them?
Yes.
And what was the purpose of that?
To identify stolen property.
And did you agree to go?
I did.
And how did you get to the station?
They drove me.
Okay. All right, so they drove you down to the police station, is that right?
Yes.
And do they, at that point, is your truck completely unloaded?
Yes.
You don't have anything else in the back end of it?
I don't have anything in it.
Okay, so you unloaded all your stuff.
Yes.
All right, and you get down to the police station, they bring you in?
Yes.
Did they ever show you the items that they had wanted you to look at that they thought might be from your truck?
Yes, they did.
And what was it?
It was nothing of mine.
Nothing of yours?
No, it was not. Nothing belonged to me at all.
Did you tell them there was none of your stuff?
Yes, I did.
Okay, were you annoyed?
I was very annoyed.
Why?
Because I had made a specific list of items that I was missing, and none of these items were even remotely what I had described. So yes, I was frustrated. I felt like my time was being wasted.
Fair enough. Did they, after you said that wasn't your stuff, did they drive you back to Big Pine?
No, they did not.
What happened next?
I was brought into a room for questioning.
About what?
About the September 17th, or the November 17th incident at the treehouse.
And they started questioning you about it?
Yes, sir, they did.
All right.
Mr. Mansfield,
sir.
I think this would be a good time to take a
I'm sorry,
morning break. No problem. Just seems to me it's a logical break.
Okay.
About time to. Don't have to stay standing. We'll just wait for the remaining jury.
Chris, let's take it to the next, what's the next timestamp? 2019. Okay, let's go to 2019. A minute later, 2 minutes later.
to jail, you know, you said, but how? Please explain that. How that happened again?
How I went to jail?
Yeah.
The police department, like the Monroe County Sheriff's Department, particularly, decided they wanted to come into the apartment. They were looking for somebody, a woman named Valerie, specifically, and I just happened to be right there in front of them with a marijuana pipe in front of me, and went to jail for possession of paraphernalia.
Now, I'm shaking my head because I've heard this story before somewhere. But okay, was I living in the warehouse at that point, or
No.
staying at the warehouse at that point?
No.
Do you remember CJ and Michelle, some other residents at the warehouse?
Who?
CJ and Michelle? David
Never
Gross?
met them, but I do remember the names. Yes, there was a protection order in place between David Gross and said CJ, but I never met the CJ and Michelle.
Okay, so you never met CJ and Michelle, but you knew there was a protective order
Yes,
between
there had been
David
a
Gross
fight. Yes, there had been a fight there
and,
previously.
and CJ.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, again, maybe your timeline's off, I don't know, but, you know,
Judge, I'm going to object to the commentary.
okay,
I'll sustain the objection.
no problem. I'll tell you what. Did I come to stay at the warehouse because of that?
I don't remember.
Okay, you don't remember. Okay, so, now, so, but you wouldn't remember any calls between the two of us prior?
I don't remember them, no.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to, let's see, we're in October and November, and let's see, damage from Irma. Now, were you here for Hurricane Irma?
No, I was not here for Hurricane Irma, no.
You weren't here for Hurricane Irma?
Nope.
And so what did you, I'm trying to remember back then, okay. When did you come down at that point after Irma?
I came down, like I said, in October, end of October, which would have been right the last days of Fantasy Fest, 28th, 29th, somewhere around there.
Okay. And you didn't have a job or anything like that, right?
No, not at this point, no.
And let's see, we got, oh, here's one. You said that you had quite a bit of money,
Yes,
okay, and that it came from your military background.
from my disability check and from money that I had been saving from work I had been doing in Detroit.
Okay. And you just giving us approximate about how much we're talking about here?
All right. Good night, Rita. Thank you for coming.
I had about $2,800 in my pocket.
$2,800. Okay. And let's see. We get, yeah, okay. Okay, now, did you find it ironic that you came from Detroit and that Rory Wilson was nicknamed Detroit and then your friend David Gross is nicknamed Detroit?
Yeah, it was a bit ironic, yes.
And, you know, again, Michigan. But, okay, so, number 34, okay. Now, you said you had money, and then you said you did this for $50 worth of gas money. Was that prearranged, or was that
No.
afterwards?
It was afterwards.
Okay, so while you're getting ready for this, right, supposedly Rory Wilson and I talk you into this robbery, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, again, supposedly you saw us put on dark clothes, you know, brandishing weapons. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, again, there's no amount of money that you're expecting out of this.
No.
Okay, so my question would be, why would you do it?
I wanted to get high.
You wanted to get high. So you're willing to drive for armed robbery. You know this is going to be an armed robbery, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're willing to do it to get high.
Yes.
Okay.
The rationality of the thought process isn't very clear when you're in full addiction.
I would imagine not. How long were you in addiction?
At this point?
Entire life. Have you ever sought out treatment?
Yes, we just discussed that.
No, I talked about your PTSD treatment. I'm talking about drug
It's a
treatment.
combined diagnosis.
It's a combined diagnosis?
Yes, I actually have 3 diagnoses.
Okay.
and the treatment that I received is continuous for all three: PTSD, bipolar disorder, and drug addiction.
Okay, I'm not a medical or psychologist, but is there different treatments for those things, or you say they're combined?
With the VA, it's an encompassed area. They pay attention to the diagnosis of PTSD, of also drug addiction, of also any other side. I guess you could call them side effects of these diagnoses, and it's like a school the way that the VA sets it up. It's not just a drug addiction counseling. It's drug addiction. It's cognitive behavioral therapy. It is dialectic behavioral therapy. It is, I guess you could call it occupational behavioral therapy. There's all kinds of different areas of treatment that they address. So it's compounds
Okay.
quite extensively.
Did they ever give you any drugs for treatment?
They did.
Okay, and what would those be?
I was put on lithium for a while, Zoloft as well, Lamictal. I've been put on trazodone for sleep, Ambien, Flexeril for TMJ. The list goes on and on.
So quite a laundry list of prescription medications.
Yes.
And were you on those in 2017?
No.
Okay, no prescription medications at all.
No.
Okay. And you weren't in treatment in 2017.
No.
All right. And let's see. Okay. So. Okay. Now, you said that the time you met me, right? I wasn't working, right?
Correct.
Okay. Would it surprise you to learn if I had an employment at that point?
Yes, it would surprise me.
Okay. And let's see. Okay, you said that Rory Wilson came back, I guess, from Burger King. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, and he tells you about the money, right?
He was telling you about the money.
Or he's telling me about the money.
Yeah, you two are the friends. I did not know you two.
Okay. But you're there.
I am there.
Correct? Okay.
Yes.
And so you're listening to this entire conversation.
Yes.
Okay, how did he approach me about that?
Sir?
How did he approach me? How did he tell me about the money?
It wasn't a secret. He just came out about it. We were all in the room together. He came out about it. He wasn't secretive about it. He wasn't all cloak and dagger about the information. He was quite excited that he had the information.
Yeah. Well, then, I would imagine you would have heard what he said at that point if he's not being secretive. So what did he say to me about the money?
He said that he found out that over at the treehouse, there was a large amount of dope and some money, and he wanted to go get it.
Okay. And did he say where he got that information from?
Burger King.
Got it from Burger King. No names or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No, there were no names.
And what was my response when I heard this money?
You were pretty much down to do it.
Okay. Did I say anything specific?
Not that I can remember. No, not 100%.
Did I ask him how much money it was? What was going to be entailed?
I don't remember.
Okay, nothing. Did you remember?
No.
Okay. But at the same time, we're not being secretive.
No.
Okay. Okay, so, and you said you never saw the treehouse prior to that, is that correct?
This is correct.
Okay. And now, when you went around and did your circle here, right, with the truck that he just asked you about, right? When you went around, did you stop any place?
The first round?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, how about the second round, besides the treehouse?
No.
Okay, so how about the rest of that day? Did you go anyplace else?
On September 17th?
November 17th.
I mean, November 17th, earlier that day?
Hmm?
Yes.
Okay, where'd you go?
It was probably at the beach. It's the number one place that I went to, my sanctuary.
Okay. Beach? Anyplace else?
No.
That's what you know. Okay. Okay. And would it surprise you to learn that the MCSO has in evidence a picture of you going into CVS just prior to the crime?
No.
Wouldn't surprise you, or you would be surprised?
I would be surprised because I do not remember that.
Okay. Now, could you explain, if that picture does exist, could you explain why?
Objection, Judge, to the question.
Well, I'll let him finish the question, and I'll rule on the objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. If such a picture did exist, could you explain why it would be?
No.
Sustain that.
Okay.
Sustain that objection.
Now, when you went around the block there, or what, you said you guys were checking it out. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Or that we were checking it out?
Yes.
Right, okay. And, now, I guess, did we see anything along the way? Did we have any discussion along the way?
Not that I remember, not that I recall, no.
And now, when did we go back to the warehouse? You said we went back and got in dark clothes and brandished the weapons, right?
Yes.
Okay, when did that happen? Right after that circle or before that?
It was the first circle.
First circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was the drive-by when we went to, initially, to show me the location of where we were going.
I was just showing you the location, or Rory
Yes.
was just showing you the location, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so that first drive-by, how much time would you say was between that first go-around and when the truck comes back?
I don't know, from the timestamps, it looked like roughly 10 minutes.
From the video?
Yes. Because the first one was in the 1900s. That would be 7 o'clock.
Okay, so
Judge, I'm going to object. There's confusion here. They're referring to two different things.
I may be confused here too, so.
Okay, if the witness is confused, then you need to say so. Other than that,
I'm not sure what two different things we're talking about here. Let me back up, just so that we can be clear. Okay, you went and did this drive-by around, right?
Yes.
And then we went back to the not tree house, we went back to the warehouse,
Yes.
according to you, right? Okay, and about how much time did you think passed between that first go-around and going back to the warehouse?
My ideal would be around 5 to 10 minutes, maybe even 15. I'm not real sure on times
Okay.
as far as that goes, as far as my memory serves.
Okay, just trying to get a little timeline here.
Yes.
Okay, and on that video, do you know how many minutes it is between the first go around and when this truck comes back around and you park?
I didn't do the math, no.
Okay. Now, you said about 10, 15 minutes before you return.
Judge,
Right.
again, I'm going to object to the mischaracterization of the video.
well,
Can we come sidebar?
yes, we can go some.
Okay. And about how long is the trip to the treehouse?
30 seconds, a minute. It's not far. It's literally 200 meters away.
200 meters away.
Yeah.
And let's see. Okay, now let's go back to this video for a second, just for a second. Do you mind, John? Can I grab the microphone while I'm up there?
Yes,
Okay, this is a video from Combs. We've all seen it. I believe it's marked exhibit number 6, if I'm correct.
I'm not sure which exhibit is loaded in the,
But it's loaded.
I believe it's number 7, but I still have number 8 and envelope.
I was thinking, wasn't number 7 the Florida Keys Electric video? I might be wrong. I just want to check.
It's on the,
Oh, I'm sorry, you can't even see this. So, okay. We'll worry about exhibits later. Let's just go to this. Okay, Mr. Mansfield suggested that you could see a headlight in here, correct? If you need to get closer, please. And that you could see it in this boat, all right? Now, let's back up a little bit. Actually, I don't know if we need to back up, but we'll go ahead. Now, you would agree it's dark, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And does this video kind of represent at least, the visual as far as being able to see dark outside?
Yes.
A little bit more light just because we're seeing the marina here, correct?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And let's see. Oh, yeah, that's blank. Okay. Forgive me. And let's see. I'll go around. I'm just going to try and skip forward to when your truck gets here. Okay. There we go. Got one coming in. Now you said when you went around that first time, right, that there was a black car that's sitting there,
Yes.
right? And where was it sitting?
If you're looking this direction, it would have been sitting right by the gate.
Right by the gate. Okay, so the gate, if you could show me on this video, it's over this way, correct?
It is this area right over here.
Okay, that would explain why we can't see it, right? Okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Now, when you testified a little bit earlier, did you say that you dropped Rory and Wilson and I off at the gate?
No, you got out of my vehicle a little ways
Little ways
forward
down.
of the gate, yes.
Okay, and about how far is the stop sign here? I don't know.
The stop sign from one of my memory serves is almost like right here. You would maybe another 25 meters.
25 meters. Okay, so not very far.
Not very far.
Okay. And I still haven't seen your truck come up. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. Now, when we supposedly get out of here, supposedly we get out of here, right? You said you watched us go into the gate, correct? Yes. And about, let's see, that's 25 meters. You got your truck here. And about how far is that gate away from where your truck is?
50 meters.
About 50 meters. Okay. Let's see, I still haven't seen a truck come up. I'm just inching it forward because I don't know where the exact timestamp is here. But let's see where we got this truck. I think it's 1933 or something like that. Might be.
It was 1943.
1943, see? Good year. All right, so just a little bit more forward. Okay. And it's still 33. So a little more forward than that. 34. Oh, so this thing doesn't go very fast. Okay, got this. It was going a little bit slower than I thought. I'm going to take your word for this and go to 43. So almost the end of the video. Gotcha. Anyway, you should be coming up here in a second, right? If it's 1943, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, while we're waiting, while you were in jail and you're going through this, did your lawyer go over all these materials with you?
No.
Okay. Did he go over any of the evidence in the case with you?
Some of it, yes.
Okay. I should have. Now, you testified that when you were up in Big Pine, when I shouldn't say the cops, when the officers came to see you up in Big Pine with your truck, right? Now, you had emptied your truck out into the house already?
Yes.
Okay. And that they came under the guise of?
My stolen property and the vehicle damage report that I filed.
Okay. Did Detective Pitcher, I would imagine, because if I remember correctly from my knowledge, did what? Oh, I did see that. Thank you. Anyway, let me back it up a little bit.
About 20 seconds.
About 20 seconds. I don't think it's that much. Hold on, let's go back a little bit. There we go. I think that's about it. I got it? All right. Should be right here. There we go. Boom. Got the motorcycle and then the truck, right? I'm assuming that's a motorcycle. But Keep going. Well, apparently 1943 is not our number. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that is your truck, right?
Correct.
Okay. And again, we can't see anybody. We've all been through that. Nobody in the truck, right? We can't see anybody.
Correct.
Okay. Now, this is more towards the point. Let's go here. Okay. And this is when you park, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we're assuming that you parked right here, right?
Right out of view.
Okay. And let's see. Now, are your headlights still on?
I don't recall. I don't
Okay.
remember.
Wow.
You wouldn't see them anyways because of the direction they were pointed.
Okay, so when Mr. Mansfield had you point out headlights on the boat, where were you pointing at?
I was pointing at the glare on the front of the boat.
This one right here?
Yes.
Okay, this right here.
Yes.
Okay. Let's take a look at this. Okay, let's go forward. Does anybody have a time stamp for the next one? I don't know. Let's go ahead and we'll maybe move it forward a little bit here. That glare is still there, right? It's glare right here, right? That's the headlights, right?
It's it looks like a glare, a light glare.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if I could specifically say they're headlights, but it does look like a light glare.
Well, Mr. Mansfield believed they were headlights.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, good. Let's see, let's get closer here. Yep, I think we might be getting there. Now, you said when you went back around, though, you came around the first time, and then the second time, though, the black sedan or black car was gone?
Correct.
Okay. Getting close. It's towards the end. But the glare is still there, correct?
Yes.
Just check. See if we can pick up that one. There we go. There, okay, hold on. I just stopped it and paused it. I know it's got to be hard for the jury to see, but again, Todd O'Quinn with the flashlight. You guys can look at it later. But is that
Sustain that.
is that
That's
the same?
testimonial. Please disregard that. Let's, at yours. And we have a question, we can certainly go with that.
Travis, is that what you identified as Todd O'Quinn running with the flashlight?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So that's Todd O'Quinn running up the hill. Now, this is when you said, correct me if I'm wrong, that you got spooked and took off, right?
Yes. In process of taking off,
In
yes.
the process of taking off. And in the process of taking off, you said you looked back, saw me with the backpack, and
Yes.
I'm stumbling, grabbing things, right?
Nice. Correct.
Okay. So you're taking off while you're doing that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay, so let's keep playing here. So he runs up the hill. Now, it's a pretty long time right there, right? He just ran up the hill. He's over here by CVS. If that is what we're still saying is Todd O'Quinn,
Yes.
correct? Okay. Now, the glare that Mr. Mansfield said was headlights, is that still there on the boat?
It is.
Okay. Now, there's not much left to this video. Glare's still there?
Yes.
Okay, and I think this is the end of the video, or at least for this video. Okay. Now, it went all the way to the end of the video. Did that glare ever move?
No.
Okay.
No.
So if that was indeed your headlights, that means the truck never moved.
I'm confused. What do you?
Well,
getting
if
at?
Mr. Mansfield is correct, and that is headlights that's in the glare there, right? And the glare doesn't move, you would have to assume that the truck doesn't move.
The glare was facing the wrong direction for it to be my truck anyways. My headlights were facing the other direction. The glare is coming in from it looked like a reflection off of something. I don't know. I know that my truck was headed the other direction.
Your truck was headed the other direction.
Yes.
So wait a second.
That way.
Okay, wait a second.
With the reference to the frame,
Hold on.
the way the vehicle
Let me
comes
back it up.
through.
So let me back it up for just a second so that I can get a clear picture here too, because I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Let's go back a little bit. And we don't need to see, all we need, I just want directions here. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Now, okay, we all agreed that this is a truck going this way, right? Okay, truck going this way. Where were you facing that was different than that way?
I wasn't.
Okay, so I'm
My
confused
truck has
here.
never changed orientations. My truck came through the frame from the left to the right, never changed orientations, and continued out of the frame to the right. Because the street where the stop sign is 2nd Avenue, and it turns right and goes right directly to the warehouse.
Okay, and so your truck is facing this direction, right?
Correct.
Okay, and Mr. Mansfield said he thinks this glare here is your headlights, and you agreed with him. Is that correct?
It could have possibly been. I agreed because the possibility at the time looked like it could have been my reflection of my headlights. Correct.
Okay, but you would agree if that is your headlights that the truck did not move.
Your question doesn't make any sense, bro. This is a situation where my truck goes through, the headlights look like they're reflected off the boat. The boat obviously has a reflection from another light source, not my truck. So we can eliminate the fact that those lights on that boat are not my headlights. Okay? He did ask the question, do you think those are your headlights? It's possible they could have been a reflection, but are they? No, they're not. My truck is heading the other direction.
So you're disagreeing with Mr. Mansfield now.
Objection now. Asked and answered. We'll spend 5 minutes on what Mr. Mansfield says.
Okay, we'll just overrule the objection, have the final question on this area, and that'll take care of it. So,
Okay.
if you want to repeat it, go ahead and repeat.
Thank you. Again, Mr. Johnson. You agreed with Mr. Mansfield initially that this reflection could be your headlights.
Correct.
Okay. Now we are saying you disagree, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So, Mr. Tucker, is that basically your inquiries on
That
this?
was my inquiry for now, Your Honor. Yeah, that's all
On
I
this-
need for that video.
I'm just saying, it seems it's a good time to break for lunch.
I would agree, Your Honor. I would agree.
Okay, so, thank you for your patience and attention during our morning session. Members of the jury, it's time for lunch. You know, the usual instructions apply. Let's say 1:25, we'll
Wilson had the mask that was shown to you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And that supposedly I had a neck gaiter, right?
Correct.
And you described that in very specific terms, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. And if I remember right, you said it had Jägermeister. Was it just one big word, or was it a bunch of?
Bunch of little words, Jägermeister, repeatedly all over the whole thing.
Okay. Okay. And let's see. Now, again, just again for clarification purposes, you said that I was the one who had the money, correct?
That you had the money?
That I had the money in my pocket?
No.
Oh, it was Rory Wilson who had
Yes.
the money in his pocket.
And
okay.
10.
And the 10. So he had the money and the 10.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the next stages for a second. You said you went to the beach the next stage. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and how long were you there?
Most of the day.
Most of the day. Okay. Now, I think you testified that you were freaked out or something like that.
Yes.
Okay, and that's why you went to the beach.
Yes.
Okay. Now, and let me make sure I've got my dates here correct. But you didn't start moving until the 19th, is that correct?
The 19th, I know it was the day of the raid, whatever day that was. If it's the 19th, then that was the day, or if it was the 20th, that was the day. I'm not exactly sure when the raid occurred, but that was the day that I started getting my shit out of there, yes.
Okay. And you started getting...
My belongings, my personal effects, yes.
Okay, and is that when I supposedly helped you move your trunk?
Correct.
Okay, so that would be either the 19th or the 20th, correct? Okay. Now, would you be surprised if I told you the raid happened on the 22nd?
Again,
21st,
I told you it was the day of the raid. I don't remember exactly what day it happened on.
Okay. So you were freaked out on the 18th, but you chose to leave on the 21st.
Yes.
21st, 22nd.
When I actually had the ability to leave.
Okay. But I helped you
Because I didn't
pack on the
have any-
19th, correct?
The days are fuzzy, Mr. Tucker. I know that it was the day of the raid. If this was the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, or the 22nd, I know that was the day that I decided to leave.
Okay. Well, I guess what my question is if you were freaked out on the 18th, why would you wait until the 22nd, 21st, 22nd?
Didn't have anywhere to go.
Okay. And now, you also testified that when you got up to Big Pine and you discovered this backpack in your footlocker, right? That you chucked it into a closet, correct?
Yes.
And you just opened up the closet, throw it in?
I just opened the closet and put it down and so, yeah, threw it inside of it.
Okay.
It's not a big closet.
Okay. Is there anything else in the closet?
Yes, an air conditioner.
Okay. Good. Now, would you be surprised to learn that former Detective Malone already testified that it was underneath of the AC vent? It looked like it was placed under there on purpose.
Objection, Judge, that's a mischaracterization of the evidence.
Well, let's hear the full question because I didn't know that we were at the end.
Did you not just chuck it in there? Did you actually shove it up underneath the vent?
There's about 2.5 feet in between the bottom of the air conditioning unit and the bottom concrete of the slab of the house. That's plenty of room for me to toss it in there and toss it under it, Mr. Tucker. There was no, I guess you could say, hiding, but yes, removal from my presence.
I'm not very familiar, but again, would you be surprised to say, if I told you Danielle Malone testified that it was only about this high?
Judge, I'm going to object to
Yeah,
the question.
I'm going to sustain that objection.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, now, when I supposedly got back to the treehouse, what happened? I supposedly got back, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And, I mean, obviously, I would have had to have gotten back somehow.
Yes.
If you had left me there,
Yes.
right? Okay. Are you aware of how many video cameras there are around the warehouse?
Not even a clue.
All right, now, you also testified that when the police showed up, you had a discussion with Penny Phelps.
Yes.
And you were out there on the patio or the porch or whatever with Scott, right?
Yes, I was actually pushing tools, a toolbox into the center of my truck after I had gone through it looking for a pair of pliers.
Oh, you were looking for a pair of pliers, okay. And what did Penny Phelps have to, did she ask you anything? Did she say anything to you?
Yes, she was concerned about what I had maybe witnessed in that portion of the area. If I'd seen anybody run by in dark clothes, African American in color. And, I asked her what it was in reference to, and she said that there was a fight up the street at CVS.
There was a fight up the street at CVS.
Yes.
And, but you didn't tell her anything, did you?
No,
Okay.
there's nothing to tell her.
And now, if I remember correctly, after your truck got keyed and you were robbed, apparently, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, did you change the locks on the door?
At the
at the warehouse?
I did.
Okay. And were you the only one with the key?
No.
Okay. Who else had a key?
Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson had a key.
He did.
Okay. But I didn't have a key.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Now, back to when I supposedly got back. Did I meet you upstairs or did I meet you downstairs? Did I meet you outside the building?
Upstairs.
Upstairs. Okay, how did I get in?
You have feet. You walked.
Just
The door
testify.
wasn't locked.
Okay, door wasn't locked.
No.
Now, were you scared at all when again you just gotten done taking off? You said you were scared there. Were you still scared when you were upstairs?
I was a little nervous, yes.
Okay. But you didn't lock the door.
No.
Okay. Now, okay, so you testified you were scared. You get there, you're still scared. When you go, okay, when do you decide to go for cigarettes?
A few minutes after you showed up.
After I showed up. Okay. Okay. And now, okay, so I show up, according to you, and you go get cigarettes. Now, are you scared at that point?
I mean, now, I'm trying to understand your
I'm trying to-
explanation of fear, of scared. I've been in numerous stressful situations, and yes, I was nervous, but a level of fear that I think you're trying to achieve, me agreeing with, is not what you would call fear in the sense of, oh no, what am I going to do? No, it was more or less, this situation is not of my liking anymore. I do not trust you or Wilson anymore, and yeah, I want to be away from the scenario as quickly as possible. That's my level of fear.
Mr. Johnson, I wasn't looking for anything specific. I was just asking.
It's all right. We'll overrule it.
Okay. Okay, so you just said that you apparently can handle fear. Is that correct? You've
Yes.
been in
Objection has
situations.
been answered.
I didn't ask it yet.
Overrule the objection.
Thank you. So you've been in situations where you can handle fear, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you have the ability to remain calm during these kind of situations.
I don't know about calm, but I know how to function somewhat under stress, yes.
Function somewhat under stress. Okay, cool. Now, is that from your military experience?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Now, can I ask you again, did you go back to the beach on the 19th?
I went back to the beach several times.
Several times between the night it happened and the night when you left?
When I left the apartment, it was during the day.
During
Yeah,
the
when I
day?
left permanently, when I went to Big Pine, it was during the day.
During the day. Okay. And you did say you had a conversation with April Walker, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you see me that morning?
You were upstairs, yes.
Okay. I was upstairs.
Yes.
Okay. Did I have a conversation with April Walker that you know of?
You may have, but I didn't hear it. I didn't see it.
That's all I was asking you. What?
Yes, I didn't hear it or see it, no.
I got you. But you did have one with her prior to you leaving, and what was that about again?
Where Rory Wilson was and where I was going.
Okay. Now, you weren't there for the so-called raid, right?
No,
Okay. And where were you at the time?
I was at the beach.
At the beach. Okay, so back at the beach. Okay. And when did you get there approximately? I mean, did you get there while they were still conducting this raid, or did you get there after it was over?
I got there after it was over.
After it was over.
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't talk to anybody at the raid or any of the police?
No, that night, like, I want to say late at night, before the sun came up after the raid. Miss Phelps and Detective Fernandez and another detective came in wanting to look into the ceiling.
Okay, so they came back a second time.
Yes.
Okay.
And they got my permission to look into the ceiling.
Okay. And did they find anything?
No.
Did you have any conversations with any of the officers at that point?
Yes, about my truck.
Okay, about the truck.
Yes.
Now, at this point, you still haven't offered them any information that you were involved, correct?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Back to fear again for a second. I believe you testified that you didn't ask me out of fear. Is that correct? You asked me what happened.
Repeat the question?
I'm looking at the testimony that you've given, and you said you didn't ask me what happened because you were afraid.
I didn't ask you what happened, correct, because I was afraid of the answer. I was afraid to know anything.
Okay, you're afraid of the answer, but you weren't afraid of me.
Not really particularly, no.
Okay. And let's see. Okay. How many times did you go back and forth between the warehouse and Big Pine?
And Big Pine?
Yeah, where you were moving.
Once.
Just once.
When I left to go to Big Pine,
It was just
the
once.
first time and the only time that I had been to Big Pine.
Okay. Now, did you go up there to get the job with?
I went over there after I had secured the permission to stay there and the job
Okay, and how did you secure that permission?
from Mr. Martin Ochoa.
But was it via the phone or face to face? I mean, how did that happen?
Face to face.
And did he meet you someplace or?
I met him at Mangrove Mama's.
Okay, and I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. Where's Mangrove Mama's?
Mile marker
located?
20.
Mile marker 20. And where's Big Pine?
Mile marker 50.
Mile marker 50.
Or in between there. I'm not correct. I'm not sure, but I know it's further away than mile marker 20.
Okay. And you said you didn't see Wilson again except for after that first night, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, chance to discuss it. All right. And did you ever look into the backpack when you found it in your footlocker?
No.
You never looked into it?
No, I didn't look into it whenever I found it, no.
And you said, again, after you got to Big Pine, the police contacted you through Captain Phelps giving you a phone call. Is that
Yes.
correct? And do you remember, again, what they told you?
Yes, they wanted to conduct more of a follow-up investigation on my truck, take pictures of the vandalism, and get basically a statement from me, what I experienced.
Okay. All right. And you said they did their investigation on the truck at the same time.
Yes.
Okay, so what did that entail?
Them walking around it with body cams and taking still frame images of my truck and opening the doors and looking inside of it as well.
Like I say, they opened doors, they look inside. Did they take anything?
No, there was nothing in it to take.
Okay. And let's see. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, if my memory serves. Okay, you said that you got scared and you took off when you saw Todd O'Quinn with his flashlight running up the hill, right?
Correct.
Now, why didn't you get freaked out when he came out the first time?
What?
Todd O'Quinn came out.
I never encountered him but one time visually. I never met the man, never saw the man, never communicated with the man. The only thing I saw of Todd O'Quinn, didn't even know it was him until he ran across the street, flashing flashlight, screaming, "Help, help, help, police."
Okay.
That's what I remember of that individual.
Well, I didn't say you met him. back to that, you encountered Todd O'Quinn?
Visually.
Okay, visually. And as we've gone through the video ad nauseum now, he comes out twice. So that one.
Again, I'm going to object to these questions.
Well, I'm going to sustain the objection
Okay, I'll
because it's not
rephrase.
a question,
No, I'll
it's
rephrase, Your Honor.
commentary, so...
I'll rephrase, Your Honor. Travis, did you watch that video? I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson, did you watch that video?
Yes.
Okay, how many times have you seen it?
How many times have I seen that video? This being the fourth time.
Fourth time. Okay. Now, I actually had to look this up because I didn't know. What is vacillated?
It means to shift back and forth. It's a vacillation, almost like an oscillation. It's iffy, fickle, not quite sure.
Okay, so does it mean your story changed?
No,
Okay, so your story didn't change.
no.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Now you said after you saw the Florida Keys Electric video that you got scared because you thought you were caught, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And now, did they show you that video? Yeah, I think Mr. Mansfield asked you this, but just for me, did they show you this video when you were at headquarters after they brought you in?
Yes, they did.
Okay. And what did you say when you saw the video?
At first, I was unsure if it was me or not because I didn't want to admit that it was me, and I was curious about my shoes, that they may not be the right color. But I was in grips and in shock of the fact that they had me on video, and I was vacillating between whether or not I wanted to own this and confess or hope to God that they couldn't ID me when I knew in my mind it was me.
Okay, so
That's my vacillation was, oh shit, I'm caught. Do I admit this now? Or do I process it and eventually admit it, which I did.
okay, you eventually admitted. When did you admit this?
Later in the questioning.
Later in the questioning?
Yes.
Okay. And forgive me again, the vacillating thing. So you couldn't decide whether or not you wanted to tell one story or another.
No, it's not a matter of whether I wanted to decide to tell one story or another. It was whether I wanted to decide to admit that that was me or not. That that was me that was participating, that that was you and Mr. Wilson getting out of my truck. All of this was me processing the fact that I am caught. And do I want to spend the rest of my life in prison for this? So I need to tell the truth.
I very much understand.
So that's what I did.
But okay, if you're not going to admit it, then what are you going to do?
Hope that the evidence clears me because it's not concise without me admitting it was me.
And the same thing with the Combs video or Cosme video. What did you say when you saw that video?
No, it could be me. It might not be me. You can't see the truck. Yes, this again is vacillation. Shock that I've been on camera, recorded, knowing that's my truck.
Okay, knowing you could be implicated.
Yes.
And as you just said, that you could do a life sentence, correct?
Yes, I could be charged with murder.
Okay. Now, were you ever offered any deals prior to Mr. Mansfield meeting with you?
Years ago,
Okay. Could you please tell me the circumstances behind that?
my public defenders offered me a deal of 15 years to
15
testify against you and Mr. Wilson.
Did you ever take that deal?
No, I did not.
Did you ever testify?
I did not at that point, no.
Did you ever testify prior to Mr. Mansfield's offer?
A testimony, no. Statement, yes.
Okay.
The original statement I gave when I was arrested.
The original statement you gave when you were arrested?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Did you ever do a proffer just prior to my bond hearing?
Prior to your bond hearing? When was your bond hearing?
This would be January of 2019.
No, I proffered in April of 2022.
2022.
Yes.
Okay. And did you ever speak with Colleen Dunn?
Me personally?
Yes.
One time.
Okay, and what was the nature of that conversation?
Objection, Judge. Seriously.
We'll need to approach the bench here.
Why did you meet with Colleen Dunn?
It was the beginnings of a possible.
All right, thank you all for hanging out with me. We've reached the end of the stream and we'll be on again tomorrow. Thank you all for coming, and peace. All right, there we go.